Hello and welcome to Byjus Exam Prep IAS. Let's get started and look into our daily quiz. Let's look into the first question. Consider the following pairs. We have the traditional theatre on one side, the state it is played on the other side. March, Madhya Pradesh, Shumang Leela, Assam, Tamasha, Maharashtra, Tirakutu, Kerala. How many pairs given above are correctly matched? The answer to this is only two pairs. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference in the Hindu article. Let us try and understand what are these statements. When you look into the first one, yes, March is practiced in the state of Madhya Pradesh. The first pair is right. When you look at Shumang Leela, it is not in the state of Assam, but instead it is in the state of Manipur. Do note, Shumang Leela is also called by the name Shumang Kumai, and this happens to be a traditional form of theatre which is performed in the state of Manipur. We have two words here. One happens to be Shumang, the other happens to be Leela. Shumang is basically standing for courtyard and Leela basically stands for play or performance. So this is conducted in an open courtyard before live audience. What is the significance of this theatre form? This is not just a traditional form, it also reflects the society's nuances as well. Let's say, for example, if people have to be educated, they have to be given useful messages, then such themes are discussed as part of the Shumang Leela. In fact, they have also taken up insurgency problems, they have also taken up cases related to age as well, and they have been able to give message to the people in that particular locality. So basically, Shumang Leelas address the issues of moral values, unity, integrity, and also fosters bonds of brotherhood and friendship among the communities in Manipur. Tamasha, yes, it is in the state of Maharashtra, and Tirakutu is not in the state of Kerala, but instead it is in the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, if we have to know the difference between traditional Shumang Leela as a folk art and contemporary Shumang Leela as a popular art, it is practiced by small homogeneous groups in rural areas, royal palaces, religious gatherings, practiced by large heterogeneous groups, associations, organizations, private parties, etc. Others strictly to the traditions, folk customs, culture, and norms of the society, flexible ways of performance, inculcation of elements of cultural norms and traditions of other societies, audience comprised of older generations and specific sections, diverse audience comprising of all generations and sections of society. When it comes to traditional form, they are performed during royal, religious, and socio-cultural functions, and when it comes to the modern form, they are performed on any type of occasion, functions, festivals, as well as leisure time. Now, there are other traditional forms as well. This includes Bauna from Bengal, Orissa, Assam, and UP, Tamasha from Maharashtra, Dashavatar, Konkan Coast, Krishna Attam, Kerala, Mudiyattu, Kerala, Theyyam, Kerala, Kodiyattam, Kerala, Yakshagana from Karnataka, and Tirukuttu from Tamil Nadu. Now let's look into the next practice question. Consider the following statements. Hazaribagh Wildlife Sanctuary is located in the state of Bihar. In a wildlife sanctuary, human activities are not allowed. Which of the statements given above are correct? The answer to this is none. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference in the Indian Express article. Let us try and understand what are these statements. When you look into the first statement, it reads Hazaribagh Wildlife Sanctuary is located in the state of Bihar. This happens to be a wrong statement. Why? That is because it is not in the state of Bihar, but instead it is in the state of Jharkhand. So the first statement is wrong. When you look into the second statement, in a wildlife sanctuary, human activities are not allowed. This again is a wrong statement. What are the differences between the national park as well as a wildlife sanctuary? Human activities are allowed in the wildlife sanctuary, but no human activities are allowed in the national park. The main aim of the wildlife sanctuary is to protect a particular flora or fauna, but when it comes to a national park, it is not in specific reference to a particular species, but it can include flora, fauna, or any other objects of historical, geographical significance as well. There are no fixed boundaries with respect to wildlife sanctuary, but there are boundaries which are fixed and defined in the national park. It is open to general public in the wildlife sanctuary, not usually open to the public. A sanctuary can be upgraded to a national park. A national park cannot be downgraded to a sanctuary. These are some of the differences between a wildlife sanctuary and a national park. Now let's look into the next practice question. Which of the following are correctly matched? We have the fighter aircraft on one side, the origin of this fighter aircraft on the other side. Mirage 2000 Russia, Sukhoi Su-30 France, Seppicat Jaguar United Kingdom. Which of the following are correctly matched? The answer to this is 3 only. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference in the Hindu article. This article here makes a reference to two fighter jets. One happens to be Sukhoi 30 MKI, the other happens to be Mirage 2000. When we speak about Mirage 2000, it is not from Russia, but instead it is from France. India received its first batch of Mirage 2000 back in the year 1985, and this is manufactured by a French company called as Dassault. India has also used this particular fighter extensively for the first time during the Kargil Wars in 1999 during the Operation Vijay. So Mirage 2000 is not from Russia, but instead it is from France. Then we have Sukhoi Su-30. This is not from France, but instead it is from Russia. Then we have Seppicat Jaguar. Yes, this is from United Kingdom. And as part of the assignment, please put on the comment section which are the other fighter aircrafts we have in India and the country of origin. For example, we have the Rafale. This is from France. So we have multiple other fighter aircrafts. Which are these that we currently have in our squadron? And kindly put it on the comment section. Now, if we have to speak about some of the important aircrafts, we have Rafale fighter aircraft. This happens to be a twin engine manufactured by Dassault Aviation of France. It is primarily used by French Air Force. Rafale fighter jets will be operated by Indian Air Force. A deal was signed for 36 Rafale fighter jets. Then we have Sukhoi 30, which happens to be a twin engine fighter manufactured by Sukhoi Aviation Corporation. There are many variants of Sukhoi 30 aircraft, and the variant used by Indian Air Force is Sukhoi 30 MK. Then we have Tejas. This is a lightweight fighter developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. The aircraft was designed by the Defense Research Developmental Organization, Aeronautical Development Agency. This was envisaged to replace Russian MiG-21 fighter aircraft operated by the Indian Air Force. And do note, Tejas is a single engine, multi-role fighter aircraft, but when it comes to Rafale as well as Sukhoi, they are twin engine fighter jets. Now let's look into the next practice question. Assertion: Rajasthan has the highest goat population in the country. Reason: with the expansion of desert in Rajasthan, people shift from agriculture and cattle rearing to goat rearing because goats can survive in the harsh environment. Coach: both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Both A and R are individually true, and R is not the correct explanation of A. A is true, but R is false. A is false, but R is true. What is the correct answer? The answer to this is both A and R are individually correct, and R is also the correct explanation of A. So when we look into India, Rajasthan has the highest goat population in the country. So if we look into the data for the year 2019, and as per the Hindu article as well, it says Rajasthan has the highest number of goats. So first, what we have according to 2019 statistics is Rajasthan, followed by West Bengal, and then what we have is Uttar Pradesh. Now if we look into the statement 2, what does it say? It says with the expansion of desert in Rajasthan, people shift from agriculture and cattle rearing to goat rearing because goats can survive in harsh environment. This statement is once again right, and that is one of the reasons as to why people, because of desertification of Rajasthan, they have been shifting to the goat rearing. This article currently goes on to speak about different kinds of goat. Marwari goat, this is present in the desert, that is in Rajasthan, Gujarat, so on and so forth. Then what we have is Osmanbadi. This is present in Maharashtra, Telangana as well as North Karnataka. Malabari happens to be one of the goat which is present in Kerala, and then we have the East Indian Black Bengal goat, which is a vital contributor to the livelihood of rural poor of Bangladesh. What is the significance of the goat? It plays a significant role when it comes to supplementary income and livelihood to number of farmers in the rural area. Milk of the goat is easily digestible. Why? That is because of the smaller size of the fat globules, And recently, goats have also attracted the attention of biotechnology companies wishing to produce therapeutic proteins in bulk. And first such success story is in the form of Atrin, which is the trade name for a goat-produced erythromin 3 molecule. Now let's look into the next practice question. Consider the following statements. In India, red panda is naturally found in the western Himalayas only. In India, slow loris lives in the dense forest of the northeast. Which of the statements given above are correct? The answer to this is 2 only. This happens to be a previous year question from the year 2007. So remember, red panda is also found in Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh. It is also found in Kalimpong districts of West Bengal as well, and this happens to be the state animal of Sikkim. So the first statement which says red panda is naturally found in the western Himalayas only is a wrong statement. Now let's look into the fact of the day. The fact of the day for today's discussion is T+1 settlement cycle. Let us try and understand what is this topic all about. Most of us may have invested our money in the stock market, and most of us might be active in the stock market as well. And for all of us who are trading in the stock market, we have two important dates that we have to look at. One is what is called as the transaction date. The other is what is called as the settlement date. What is this transaction date? Transaction date is the actual date when the trade was initiated. Let's say for example, you are buying one of the share of Tata Motors. Let's say you're buying about 1000 shares of Tata Motors. So what would happen? You as a person, when you're buying that share of Tata Motors on that day, let's say you're buying this share tomorrow. This happens to be the transaction day. So the day where you make the transaction, the day where you buy that particular share is what is called as the transaction date. On the other hand, we have something called as the settlement date. What is the settlement date? This is the final date when the transaction is completed. When is the transaction completed? You are buying a share, but that particular share will not come immediately. It will come after 48 hours, it will come after 36 hours, it will come after 24 hours. Whatsoever is the number of days that is taken for the share to come into your wallet is what is called as the settlement date. Let's say for example, you're planning to buy a Tata share tomorrow, that is on Monday. So the minute you buy this particular share on Monday, it becomes the transaction date, and when this particular share comes, let's say on Wednesday or Thursday into your portfolio, that is what is called as the settlement date. So settlement date is the date when this entire transaction is completed and when you would also have this particular share in your portfolio. This is what is called as transaction date as well as settlement date. So what is this T+1 and T+2 cycles? T+1 basically means trade plus 1. T+2 basically means trade plus 2. What is this T+1? Basically, if a person is buying one of the shares in the stock market, this particular share will reach that person's wallet within 24 hours is what is called as T+1. So the T+1 settlement cycle basically means that all trade related settlements will happen within 24 hours after the completion of the transaction. So you have paid the money. So this particular share that you have bought on the transaction date will be immediately settled within 24 hours. For example, under T+1, if a customer has, let's say, is planning to buy the share on Monday, that is tomorrow. So within 24 hours, that is on Tuesday, this will be credited into the customer's demat account. So the person would have bought the share on Monday, and within 24 hours, that is next day on Tuesday, what he would have is this particular share in his wallet, that is the demat account. So remember, T+1 basically signifies that within 24 hours you would have this share in your demat account. For example, as of now and much prior as well, what we had is the T+2 settlement system. So it means if a person buys this share on Monday, he would get it only on Wednesday. But now we have T+1 settlement, which means that this person will get it within one single day. So this is what is called as T+1 settlement. So in the earlier system, what we had is the T+2. Is this the first time that we have such a change? No. We have also witnessed change in the past as well. Let's go back to the year 2002. Earlier in 2002, the capital market regulator, which happens to be SEBI, had cut the number of days in the settlement cycle from T plus 5 days to T plus 3 days, and then in the year 2003 it was further reduced to T plus 2 days. So in 2002 what we had was reduction from T plus 5 to T plus 3, and in 2003 we had further reduction to T plus 2. Now what we will have is T plus 1. So what is the significance of such settlement system? India will become the second country after China to implement this 1 day cycle. In fact, United States of America or United Kingdom or Eurozone markets are yet to move to the T plus 1 system. So India happens to be the second country after China which has implemented T plus 1 settlement system. What are the other advantages? The person would be able to get the stock within 24 hours, within 1 day, and at the same time this will also reduce the time as well. So the shortened settlement cycle also reduces the number of outstanding unsettled trades at any point of time. This will further increase or boost the operational efficiency. At rolling of funds, stocks will reach that particular person faster, and what we will have is this person will also get the money as soon as possible. It is this that we have to understand with respect to this article. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. All the best.